Hello everybody, RabidSmore here, and welcome back to another episode of my Minecraft Let's Play series. How goes it? Today I had a couple bigger projects that I want to get started around here. I want to finish up most of our interior of our mountain base here. I want to get the things that are not smooth stone taken out. I mean, I guess this one's not too bad, but like the diorite and the dirt kind of clash in here, and I want it to look more like a cave that you would find in your actual world. And while I did dig this out by hand, so it is still all natural formations, it's not normally what a cave would look like, I think. So I'm going to take out most of the pieces and replace them with smooth stone. I've already got a bunch cooking up in here. And I'll probably leave some of the dirt in as well, since that's actually something naturally in a cave. But I just want to get it all finished up so it doesn't look so, I don't know, noisy. It's kind of, the colors and everything kind of clash right now, so I'm going to finish that all up. And I want to get our next area of our mountain base started up, which I think is going to be our courtyard area. So it's going to be a lot larger than what our tunnels are right now. Just a large central area of the base, and it's kind of going to be, I think, where the center of the whole mountain is already. So that'll be cool. I might actually end up making it go all the way up to the top and maybe have a hole at the top where the sun comes through. And it might go down a little further and have some water. I'm not sure yet, but I do know it's going to be a pretty large room, and that's going to be a lot of digging, especially with an iron pickaxe. Which brings me to the other thing that I want to do. I'm going to try to get a blaze XP farm going in the Nether so that I can finally get some enchanting done, because yeah, digging all of this out with an iron pickaxe is a lot of work and very slow. And if I had an enchanted diamond pickaxe, this would be a lot easier and I can get a lot more done per episode. So yeah, I want to get an XP farm set up so we can finally get some enchanting done, which means eventually we'll have to get our enchanting room set up as well, but I'm not going to worry about that until after we have an XP farm and everything going later on. Alright, so I'm going to start working on the base, and I'll see you then. Alright, so I just finished giving our base a little bit of a facelift here. This room I didn't do too much. I did hide our torch lighting that used to be on these corners. I've put them under the slabs here on each one of the corners, so we still have the lighting effects, but we got rid of the torches. Looks a little bit better. And I got rid of some of the dirt here. I want to leave the dirt that's coming into our base near our entrances, so I actually took out some of the dirt that was in the other spots, but I left it near this entrance and the other entrance just because it is near the hole that goes out to where there is grass and dirt naturally anyways. So it still looks pretty good, I think. And we had a bit of a creeper explosion here. It wasn't too nasty. Pretty easy fix. And if anything, it actually helped me out by widening this area a little bit. And I think it looks a lot better in this tunnel area because I've gotten rid of the diorite, the big splotches of white that were in the wall randomly. They just didn't make much sense. I think it looks a lot nicer. Probably still come through later once I get silk touch, so I can put maybe some coal ore in the walls or something like that to make it look a little more natural. And I've widened some of our dirt paths in a couple spots just because some of the spots were a little too thin, like there were maybe 2 wide or 3 wide grass spots, and it looks a lot nicer once we start spreading the grass around. I do wish that this wasn't in an extreme hills biome, and that the entire inside of this mountain could have the nice green grass from a plains biome, but it's not too much of an issue. Again, I did take out almost everything that wasn't smooth stone and replaced it with smooth stone in here. I left a little bit of dirt here because I want that natural feeling as the water is coming in from the outside here, since that's kind of what's bringing in our life here and growing our vines and everything. I think it turned out pretty good. I think it's looking really nice so far. And I'm going to start working on our courtyard area here. It's going to take a long time, so hopefully I won't be going through too many iron pickaxes there. But I'll be right back once I actually start getting some decent progress on that. Alright guys, I got a lot of progress done so far on our courtyard area. I just wanted to show you guys what I had done so far. I basically have it going all the way from this level here to the surface. I got it going out the very top of the mountain at basically the exact center of where the highest point of our mountain is, which is pretty sweet that it ended up being right here where we already had our tunnel going to anyways. And I terraformed it a little bit. I might come back and do it a little better later on, but it looks pretty natural as is. And I actually ended up doing another side tunnel here. This goes out to the outside of our mountain, which is kind of hard to see unless we're a little further away. But it's cool because it actually makes it feel a little more natural again by having naturally formed tunnels that would be coming into here anyways. And I might end up putting like maybe a wooden bridge going across here or something. I'm not sure yet because I'm deciding between putting a bridge going across here or leaving that area open so I can jump in from the top here and land in a pool in the center here. But I think it looks really good so far, and it's a pretty large area as well. I think it's a good like intersection for our base. If we ever start expanding off in these directions, we can come in from those directions. We'll have a center area here which goes out to our farm area here, our tree farms, goes down to our storage areas and all of those things. So about all I have to do now is start spreading the grass into this area as well. And that should about finish this room off for now. I'm going to come back through and do things later, but probably not in this episode because I want to get some other projects started as well. So yeah, just going to get a little bit of grass going in here for now. And like I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to be putting like a pond in the center of this later on, not only for appearance, but because it would be cool to be able to jump in from the top. And maybe some waterfalls coming in, I'm not sure yet. But having a room this big, it leaves us open for a lot of ideas that we want to do later on. Alright, so I'm just getting geared up for our Nether run here. I've already made some potions of fire resistance. Luckily we already had some magma cream to make these. And I've already extended them with redstone as well, so they're 8 minutes apiece. This will be plenty while we're in the Nether. So the fire resistance potions will stop us from taking damage if we step in fire, or if we fall into lava, or if we get shot by a blaze. They basically turn the Nether into easy mode. So I do prefer a challenge, but at the same time I don't want to lose all of my stuff as well, since I'm mostly going here just to get a farm set up anyways. So I am going to be using these for now. And I've got finally a full set of iron gear here. Again, just to keep us alive a little longer while we're in the Nether. Since we're just starting off in this world, we don't even have a diamond sword or anything. So it's not going to make it too easy, I don't think. We still have to really worry about wither skeletons and zombie pigmen if they get angry at us. And I still don't have many arrows, so ghasts are also going to be a bit of an issue. But anyways, let's head to the Nether. I think we're pretty well set up. Got a good enough amount of food. Have some new tools. We have our full iron armor and our fire resists. I wanted to show I just put a ring of dirt around this area so when the grass finally does grow in here around this area, I can just put grass around that, or dirt around that, and it'll start spreading a lot faster anyways. So I just wanted to get that started for when we come back to it later and finish off this room. And I haven't found a blaze spawner yet, in this world, since we only went to the Nether the one time, and we've gone back a couple times to get some Nether bricks and some Nether rack to cook in the Nether bricks. So hopefully we'll have a spawner in our fortress that's right next to our portal. Alright, no gas so far, so that's good. And blaze do spawn naturally in here, so I have seen them already. But I haven't seen a spawner itself just yet. I think that was a gas noise. I want to stay probably towards these higher levels, since I don't think the spawners usually go at the lower levels. I think I just heard a skeleton. And as a bonus, we get these chests out of here. Although I'm not sure what all we can still get out of these that we don't already have. A little bit of gold, sure. Actually, I could have built probably a golden apple so we could have some regen down here. Should have thought about that before I came in here. Oh, awesome, a diamond. That actually puts us up to 2 diamonds total, I think, so that's actually enough to make a diamond sword, but I'm still gonna dredge on here. I think we'll be fine with an iron sword for now. And we can take a wither skeleton as long as he's by himself. Can't really afford to get hit still. Cool. I'm not too concerned about getting their skulls just yet. I don't really think that we're ready to fight the wither, anywhere near ready to fight the wither. Let's see. This goes down into another tunnel system. I think I'm going to stay up here, since we've already explored some of this area. I don't think that the spawners are that rare in the actual fortresses. You know, usually when you get a fortress this big, there's at least 2 or 3 spawners once you've gone around a couple corners. Surprised we haven't found one already, actually. I'm also surprised we haven't run into any more wither skeletons in here. This is actually, again, really tame for what I would expect in here. I could use a potion of fire resistance to get through that, but it would still just take forever. Lava is so slow when you try to swim through it. Alright, so nothing so far. Oops. So let's see where we came from. I have to follow my torches on the left to get back to where we were. This area doesn't seem like it's going to be giving us a spawner. But if I remember, it looked like there were some pretty good... What is that, a slime? Magma slime? Or magma cube, I think they're called. But I think there were some good bridges out towards this way that went over the lava, and those usually have spawners on them as well, although I would prefer... Oh, awesome, 3 more diamonds. Very cool. So we already have, just in this Nether fortress, as many diamonds as we've actually found in our world. Total of 4. Definitely want to take these horse armor as well, since they're pretty rare. Did I leave something in here? I can't remember. No. Alright, I might actually have to do a cut here, since we're... Oh! I was just about to say, we're not running into very much action here, so it's not very great to watch. But yeah, you can hear a couple blaze here. I'm just going to take a peek. I think they're naturally spawned, though. Oh! I really hope a wither skeleton doesn't fall on our head here. I think he was stuck. Alright. He's gone for now. Yeah, there's lots of blaze here, but those are definitely naturally spawned. This will give us a good look anyways. Let's get a torch here so we remember where we came from. This will get us a good look over the area so we can see if there's any spawners around here. Ooh. Get a little too close there. Let me get this potion of fire resistance actually, just in case the blaze does hit us. It won't do any damage to us. I'm not sure what these guys are even shooting at. But I have to be careful. If they do hit a zombie pigman, which has happened to me before, while they're trying to shoot me. Oh, they're actually fighting each other. I've never seen that happen before. That's pretty cool. I don't know if they can actually kill each other, though, because they shouldn't be taking fire damage, right? But as I was saying, if they do hit a zombie pigman, it will aggravate them, and they'll actually come after me. For whatever reason. I don't know why that's still in the coding. Alright, I don't see any spawners from here, though, so I think I'm just going to cut until I get a little better luck or a little more explored here. Alright, so I did end up finding a spawner finally. I guess I can't really say finally, it's still... it's a pretty big fortress, and I did end up finding it not too long afterwards. Get out of here, slimes. Whoa. I'm already having nightmares about that slime that killed me yesterday. I don't want any of these guys touching me. I think they catch you on fire as well as hurting you. I'm not sure, though. Nice, we got level 15 out of that. So yeah, I did get a blaze spawner here. We have one here. And I found one down at the end of this tunnel as well. So we have two spawners here for our choice. And they're both underground, which is perfect. They're a lot easier to work with when they're underground than when they're exposed, because you have to encase them anyways. Whoa. Need to make sure I have my fire resistance before I actually do anything with these guys. So yeah, since they're underground, that'll make this whole process a lot easier for me. And I do wish that they were a little closer. I've never had a double spawner XP farm in my world before, so that would be where you'd have the spawners close enough that you could kind of funnel both blazes from each side into it, and you would get double the rates, basically. I've never had that, but I think you have to be pretty lucky anyways to have that. So I think we did pretty good anyways, so I'm going to start working on our XP farm, and since we have the fire resistance again, it kind of feels like cheating here. Since the blazes can't even do anything, they can kind of look at us and, you know, throw their fire at us, but it's just going to deflect off of us and do nothing whatsoever. So that'll make it almost a little too easy, but I'm okay with it. I'm alright with not having to worry about my stuff getting flung into the sides here and getting lost later on. So yeah, I'm going to start working on this, and I'm not going to show the entire building process of it, since this isn't a full tutorial video and that would take a pretty long time. So I'm just going to show the larger steps of it, and if you guys want to see a full tutorial later on, just let me know. I'll definitely make a video for that. But yeah, I'm just going to show the larger steps so you can kind of follow along as you see those steps. Alright, so first step is completed, and all we're doing here is building an 8x8 casing around the spawner. Where you see the netherrack here, there is actually, the spawner is right below this piece. So we built an 8x8 casing, 2 tall, around the spawner itself, and this will stop the blazes from actually spawning. It just helps us, while we're building this, we don't have to worry about them spawning. We don't have to keep chugging potions. And it stops the spawner from seeing any available air blocks around itself to spawn them. So yeah, we just got this all blocked off, 8x8, 2 tall, and that'll stop them from spawning. Help us out while we're building this. Next step is completed. We needed to build... I started building this out of cobblestone, but I figured if I'd go back and get some stone bricks it would look a lot better, so now I'm using stone bricks. But we need to build a 5 tall layer around the entire outside of the 8x8 that we originally built. You need 1 air gap below and 1 air gap above. So again, this is 5 tall all the way around. And we need our air gap above as well as below. So that's why it's 5 tall, so that you have 4 tall and then the ceiling as well. I'm going to leave those torches in there for now, because once we come back and break all that stuff, it'll break the torches anyways. Alright, next we do 4 pistons on each side here, and then we do a ring of whatever block you want on the inside as well. I used to use some stairs here, but like to help them from stop suffocating if the piston would extend and then the block would be on top of them. But if they're not suffocating, then the piston actually just gets stuck on them and it won't retract, and then the whole system gets jammed up. So I'm just going to leave a solid block here so it will suffocate them if it pushes them out. And we're just going to continue doing this. This is to help push the blazes down so they don't sit in one spot. And we're going to continue doing this as we go down, funneling them towards the center block. Alright, so we just brought down another layer here, and the 4 pistons here are pushing down using pressure plates and redstone, similar to these. And I'm just going to finish these up. This is the same thing as above, but now using 2 sticky pistons to push them down. that are behind here and push these blocks out. And you just finish these up. And I alternate redstone and redstone repeaters so that we can save a little bit of redstone here. And then it just pushes them down into this area, so if anyone lands up there, it'll push them onto the next layer, and then this one will push them down into here. Okay, so now we just drop them down 2 more from where the pistons are, and we're making a gate area here so we can close them off later on so more don't drop in while they're killing the originals. And we do care about suffocation here, so we need to use a transparent block like glass or stairs here. And then we have 4 pistons here, 4 sticky pistons behind here, which are going to push them forward into our collection area. And next we just need to work on our redstone. Alright, I got all of our redstone laid out for this, and again, I don't want to spend too much time going over it since this isn't a tutorial, but I will happily make a video if you guys ask for it. Just want to go over to show that everything is hooked up and good to go. Basically, we're just running a clock so that we can push out some crusher blocks that will suffocate the blazes down to a punch bowl range or hitting them with a sword range. And then we have another one that just resets the system. It's pretty simple stuff, although it is a lot of redstone that you have to place. It's just, you have to have that much redstone available to you in the first place. Which, luckily, something like this, for me, is going to give me the enchantment levels to get some fortune and get all that redstone back that I just used up. But anyways, guys, I think that's about as much time as we have for today. I do want to thank you again for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And have an excellent day. See you again in the next episode.